Welcome to the As Seen by AI channel, and please subscribe to support our work. It means the world to us. Okay, so a video just dropped that has the entire internet buzzing, arguing, and asking one huge question. Has the future of robotics finally arrived?
What you're looking at right now, I mean, just look at it. It's a humanoid robot performing ballet pirouettes and these incredibly fluid martial arts moves. The precision is, frankly, just shocking. It moves with a grace that feels almost impossible for a machine. No wonder it went viral, right? Everyone is talking about this.
And yeah, that's where the real debate kicks in. Because as soon as this footage hit, the internet basically split right down the middle. Is this a genuine marvel of engineering that's going to change our world? Or is it just a really slick piece of marketing, maybe even sophisticated CGI? Let's dig in and figure out what's really going on here. So, what we're looking at is the official debut of a brand new humanoid robot from a Chinese company called Unitree. They unveiled it in this super dramatic video and, get this, they called it Destiny Awakening. Yeah, they were clearly trying to make a huge splash with this one. All right, so let's get to know the H2. It stands at 1.8 meters, that's about 5'11", and weighs 70 kilograms. So, this isn't some tiny little research bot. It's built on a human scale. And here's the kicker. It's the successor to their record-breaking H1 model. But Unitree made a really surprising choice that completely redefines what this thing is for. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. When you think about a next-generation robot, you'd assume it would be faster, right? Blazing fast. But Unitree did something different. They made a very deliberate and, honestly, a very telling design choice that reveals the H2's true purpose. Okay, so check out this strategic shift. The older H1, that thing was all about raw speed. It hit a world record of 3.3 meters per second. But the new H2, it's actually slower. It tops out under 2 meters per second. And you might ask, why? Well, they sacrificed that speed for something way more important, for real-world use, dexterity and strength. And this is where that trade-off really pays off big time. The H2 has more degrees of freedom. You can just think of them as joints in its legs and arms. Each arm has a full 7 joints, which basically mimics a human's shoulder, elbow, and wrist. That's the secret sauce. That's what allows for those complex, fluid movements we saw in the video. And this isn't just for show, not at all. Each arm has a peak payload capacity of 21 kilograms. That's almost 50 pounds. So this robot isn't just a dancer. It's designed to be a worker. It's built to lift and manipulate heavy objects with, human-like skill. Okay, so the hardware is clearly impressive, right? But that has not stopped a massive, massive debate from just raging online. The public reaction has been this crazy mix of awe, deep skepticism, and even outright frustration. And probably the #1 criticism you see everywhere is this. Okay, all these amazing acrobatics are great, but can it do the dishes? People aren't really looking for a robot that can do ballet. They want one that can help with simple household chores. It's a fair point, right? A comment from an online forum just perfectly captures this feeling. People are getting a little tired of these flashy demos that don't seem to translate into practical, everyday help. That question of real-world utility just hangs over all these incredible videos. Then you've got the more extreme skepticism. I mean, the movements are so smooth, so fluid, that a good number of viewers are convinced it's not even real. They actually believe these videos are computer-generated fakes, just designed to look like a real robot. And this user kind of echoes that same thought. In an age of AI-generated video, it's getting incredibly difficult for people to tell what's real and what's digital fakery. And these advanced robots, they're falling right into that uncanny gray area. And finally, you've got the whole aesthetic debate. Unitree gave the H2 this stylized human-like mask. Some people think it's cool, like a nod to sci-fi movies like I, Robot. But a lot of others find it deeply unsettling. It's a classic case of the uncanny valley, where something is almost human, but not quite, and that just makes it creepy. But to really get what the H2 is all about, we need to zoom out, way out. This robot isn't just some cool tech demo, it's a symptom of a much larger geopolitical shift. We're talking about China's massive, all-in push towards an automation singularity, a point where automated labor fundamentally reshapes their entire industry and economy. And the scale of this shift is, it's staggering. Just look at this. In recent years, China has installed more industrial robots in its factories than the rest of the world combined. This isn't a small lead we're talking about, it's a fundamental reshaping of global manufacturing. To put a hard number on it, China has five times as many robots working in its factories as the United States. This huge manufacturing advantage is exactly what allows a company like Unitree to develop these advanced humanoids at such a ridiculously fast pace. And Unitree is playing the long game here. They've got this really smart two-pronged strategy. You've got the H2, which is their high-end flagship model for serious commercial use. But at the same time, they've released the smaller, much cheaper R1 model. The goal there? Get their hardware into the hands of as many developers and researchers as possible. Basically, they're trying to dominate both ends of the market. Okay, so let's recap. We have incredible hardware, massive state-level investment, and a really smart market strategy. So, what does all this actually mean for us, for the future of work? What it's doing is setting up this fascinating global race. Right now, you can't deny it. China and Unitree are leading the charge in hardware. They're building the physical bodies with incredible agility and at a massive scale. The big open question is about the software, the AI brain that's going to give these bodies purpose. And that's where many believe US companies still have a strong competitive edge, focusing on fine motor control and autonomous task execution. So look, whether the H2 is a marvel, a marketing stunt, or maybe a little bit of both, it's a clear signal. The era of the general-purpose humanoid robot is no longer science fiction. It's happening right now, and it's happening fast. The real question isn't if they're coming, it's are we ready for when they arrive?